Ever heard of a king who owns a pyramid-shaped car museum in the desert, just to house hundreds of rainbow-colored supercars? That's the kind of mad money we're talking as we look into the trillionaire lifestyles of the richest Arab kings. Number 8. Sheikh Nawaf Al-Ahmad Al-Sabah, Kuwait. Kuwait may look like a dot on the map, but don't let geography fool you. Its royal family is sitting on a dynasty worth around $360 billion. That makes the House of Sabah not just rulers of a nation, but custodians of one of the world's richest sovereign wealth funds. And their palatial headquarters, Bayan Palace, is so large it dwarfs Disneyland. Imagine 18 interconnected buildings, an Amiri tent that hosts thousands of dignitaries, and corridors lined with chandeliers that could each buy you a decent yacht. Step outside, and the wealth only scales up. The family's private aviation fleet includes multiple Boeing jets, each converted into sky palaces with lounges and gold-plated interiors. On the ground, their car collection is equally staggering. We're talking vintage Rolls-Royces from the early 1900s and Aston Martins straight out of James Bond lore. For the House of Sabah, every palace stone, every jet, and every chandelier screams power and permanence. But if you thought that was extravagant, wait until you meet the king who built a car collection so wild it literally needed its own pyramid-shaped museum. Number 7. Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan, UAE. Here's where the script takes a sharp turn from elegance to outright what-the-fuck luxury. Sheikh Khalifa, the late president of the UAE, wasn't just a ruler, he was the ultimate royal collector. His obsession? Cars. And not just any cars, over 400 rare and one-off models, so bizarre and excessive that he built a pyramid-shaped car museum in the desert to house them all. Inside this surreal garage, you'll find Bugatti Veyrons, rainbow-colored Mercedes, yes, one for each day of the week, and an absurd lineup of Rolls-Royces. But the crown jewel is his giant novelty builds. The world's largest motorhome, globe-shaped and multi-storied with 9 bedrooms, and a giant Dodge Power Wagon replica that's so massive it has a furnished bedroom and an observation deck. It's like someone let a billionaire child's imagination run unchecked. And while cars were his playground, Khalifa's taste for excess extended far beyond. He commissioned skyscrapers, collected hypercars like trading cards, and even ordered the world's largest motorhome just because he could. The late Sheikh Khalifa left behind a legacy of pure indulgence, redefining what royal eccentricity could look like. Next up, we step into a kingdom where luxury is less about noise and more about timeless refinement. Number 6. Sultan Haitham bin Tariq, Oman. Not every Arab ruler flaunts wealth with blinding skylines and Instagram-ready castles. In fact, Oman's Sultan Haitham bin Tariq represents the exact opposite. Quiet, timeless authority, wrapped in understated elegance. But make no mistake, his personal assets rival some of the biggest fortunes on this list. Take his yachts, for example. The Fulk Al Salama, a 538-foot behemoth, often acts as a support vessel. The real showstopper is the Al Said, a $600 million floating palace complete with a concert hall big enough for a 50-piece orchestra, a royal suite, and a crew of 174. On the water, it doesn't get more majestic. In the skies, the Sultan commands a customized Boeing 747, outfitted with private lounges, bedrooms, and an executive suite that looks more like a 5-star hotel. On land, the Al Alam Palace is a visual masterpiece. Its blue and gold facade overlooking the coast is as much a symbol of Oman's history as it is of its royal wealth. What makes Sultan Haitham unique is his approach. While Qatar or Dubai royalty lean into flash, Oman's ruler leans into heritage, restraint, and a quieter form of dominance. His wealth may not scream, but it resonates with a kind of power that doesn't need to raise its voice. But don't get too comfortable yet, because the next royal on our list represents youth, ambition, and a lifestyle designed to turn global heads. Number 5. Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani, Qatar. If Sultan Haitham is the master of quiet authority, Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani is the exact opposite: young, ambitious, and intent on placing Qatar on the global luxury map. Personally worth around $2 billion, but backed by a dynasty fortune north of $270 billion, Tamim is the face of Gulf royalty 2.0. His crown jewel residence? Dudley House in London. A $400 million mansion with 17 bedrooms, a private ballroom, a painting gallery, and more gilded furniture than a Versailles flea market. Londoners cheekily call it the Sheikh Shack, though with hand-carved gold chairs worth $100 million, there's nothing modest about it. Tamim's aviation tastes are equally dramatic. His Boeing 747 Flying Palace comes with a gold-plated dining hall, a prayer room at 40,000 feet, and even a remote-controlled bed. Back on the ground, his garage holds some of the world's rarest hypercars, including a Scarlet LaFerrari, one of only 499 ever made. And here's the kicker. Tamim doesn't just spend money for fun, he spends it to make statements. From securing the 2022 FIFA World Cup to pushing Qatar into global headlines, his wealth doubles as soft power. In other words, Sheikh Tamim isn't just living like a billionaire, he's branding Qatar as one. Number 4. King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, Bahrain. After the glittering spectacle of Qatar, Bahrain's ruler feels like a sharp tonal shift. King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa doesn't need neon skylines or Instagram-ready palaces to make his presence known. His power comes wrapped in something rarer, quiet luxury. His residence, Al Sakir Palace, is a study in refined tradition. Imagine serene courtyards that open onto marble corridors, sunlight cutting across hand-carved wooden latticework, and the faint echo of history stitched into every archway. It's wealth, yes, but it's also heritage, a deliberate reminder that luxury doesn't always have to scream to be heard. But step beyond the palace walls, and the understated tone gives way to unmistakable opulence. King Hamad commands the Ala yacht, a 110-meter floating paradise equipped with its own cinema, spa, steam room, massage suites, and even a hospital. It's essentially a private wellness resort at sea. His skies are equally well covered, a customized Boeing 747, retrofitted into a flying palace that rivals anything the Gulf's flashier monarchs could boast. Personal details complete the picture, like his Richard Mille RM 7401, a sapphire and titanium masterpiece worth $500,000 strapped casually to his wrist. Yet in public, Hamad remains reserved, almost understated. No showboating, no theatrics. His message is subtle but unmistakable. Real royalty doesn't need noise. Luxury can be strength in silence. And if you thought that was impressive, Morocco's king takes this balance of heritage and wealth and turns it into a living cultural showcase. Number 3. King Mohammed VI, Morocco. With Morocco's King Mohammed VI, wealth becomes more than private indulgence, it transforms into a cultural exhibition of elegance. His family traces one of the world's oldest monarchies, giving him legitimacy rooted in centuries of tradition. But his personal fortune of $5.7 billion ensures that his reign looks just as modern as it does ancient. At the center of his empire lies the Royal Palace in Rabat, an architectural jewel blending Moorish design with modern luxury. Imagine golden domes shimmering under the Moroccan sun, mosaic tiles laid by hand, and cedar carvings so intricate they feel alive. Yet this is just one residence. Across Marrakesh, Casablanca, and Fez, the king presides over a constellation of palaces, each a blend of history and indulgence. On the seas, King Mohammed sails aboard the Badis First, a 230-foot Italian-built yacht with teak decks, VIP suites, and a staff dedicated solely to royal comfort. On land, his car collection reads like a catalog of prestige. The Rolls-Royce Dawn, the Bentley Flying Spur, the Aston Martin Vanquish, and the iconic 1970 Mercedes-Benz 600 Pullman, auctioned once for charity but still forever tied to the king's legacy. What sets Mohammed VI apart is that his wealth doesn't feel performative, it feels emblematic. Every palace is a showcase of Moroccan identity. Every yacht cruise a nod to refined taste. Every vehicle a piece of cultural storytelling. In short, he embodies the monarchy not as a relic, but as a modern cultural brand. But subtlety fades as we climb to the next rank. Because coming up is a prince so outrageous he literally installed a garage for his Rolls-Royces inside a $500 million Airbus A380. Number 2. Prince Alwaleed bin Talal, Saudi Arabia. If every other monarch balances tradition with wealth, Prince Alwaleed bin Talal throws balance out the window and leans all the way into unapologetic excess. Known as the Arab Warren Buffett, he's a hybrid of royal bloodline and billionaire investor, with stakes in global giants like Disney, Citigroup, and Twitter. But the way he spends his fortune? That's the real headline. Take Kingdom Oasis, his 4 million square foot estate in Riyadh. It comes with a private zoo, an artificial lake, and futuristic villas scattered across manicured grounds. That's not just a mansion, it's an entire micro-kingdom. In the skies, his aircraft fleet is legendary. A customized Boeing 747 sets the baseline. The crown jewel? A $500 million Airbus, a 380, tricked out with a spiral staircase, a Turkish bath, a private concert hall. And here's the jaw-dropper, an onboard garage for his Rolls-Royces. Yes, this prince literally parks his cars in the sky. At sea, his Kingdom 5KR yacht, once owned by Donald Trump, is a gold-plated floating palace, complete with leather lounges and private hospital suites. And the investments that fund this lifestyle only reinforce the story. This is a man who doesn't just spend wealth, he manufactures it. Prince Alwaleed is controversial, excessive, and unforgettable. His lifestyle pushes even the limits of royal imagination. But even he can't top the dynasty sitting at number 1, a monarchy so rich it doesn't just shape luxury, it shapes the future of the entire Arab world. Number 1. King Salman and Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, Saudi Arabia. When it comes to Arab royalty, all roads lead to Riyadh. The House of Saud is the ultimate crown jewel, controlling a dynasty worth more than $1.4 trillion, making it the richest monarchy on earth. And within it, two names define both tradition and ambition: King Salman and Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, often called MBS. King Salman embodies the old guard. He presides over the opulent Erga Palace, a complex draped in marble, gold, and subtle mystery where even tissue boxes are gilded. His yacht, a floating mansion at sea, carries the aura of timeless royal indulgence. But it's MBS who steals the spotlight. At just 39, he is the architect of Saudi Arabia's modern future, and his assets read like a billionaire's fantasy. A $300 million French castle once dubbed the world's most expensive home, the $500 million Serene yacht, complete with multiple decks and swimming pools. A penthouse inside 432 Park Avenue in New York, towering above the Manhattan skyline. His aviation tastes? An Airbus A380 jet reconfigured into a literal flying kingdom featuring a Turkish bath, onboard salons, and a garage for his luxury cars. On the ground, his garage holds everything from the Bugatti Chiron to the Rolls-Royce Phantom. But his wealth is more than indulgence, it's vision. MBS is the mastermind behind Neom, a $500 billion desert megacity that aims to redefine how humans live. It's not just opulence, it's ambition shaping geopolitics, tech, and culture. Together, King Salman and MBS sit atop a dynasty that doesn't merely live in luxury, it bends the world around it. And that, right there, is the ultimate crown jewel of Arab royalty.